Hey friends, today's video is all about the gear I keep in my backpack. You'll almost always find this gear in my backpack. Over the years, I've done everything from being a complete minimalist to doing complete overkill, bringing way too much gear. This is stuff I almost always consistently have with me for one reason or another. If I'm doing a short day trip, maybe I won't carry it all. If I'm doing a multi-overnighter, you bet I'm going to probably have it all with me. And I'm a prospector, I'm a hunter, I'm a hiker, I like to backpack. So I may shake the gear up a little bit from time to time. If I'm doing a multi-night backpack trip and I'm hiking in country where there's water and we're only going to be able to carry so much, I'll probably have an aluminum cup with me, actually a stainless steel cup, or I can heat it up with a fire and boil it. I have a life straw, something I can drink water with and make it relatively safe. Between the life straw and the boiling, you're pretty safe. So with all that said, there's a second reason why I like to carry this gear. Not only for myself, it's for my family and other people. Over the years, my family, friends, and I, we've rescued a lot of people from the mountains and the deserts. Everything from running into a guy who just crashed his KTM, messed up the handlebars on it, couldn't get it back up. People lost in the desert driving around running out of gas for over a day. People who broke their battery post off their battery just from four-wheeling so hard. I don't know how half this stuff happens. Ran into a guy one time who was tearing his quad apart in a wash, trying to get it to start, a brand new quad, and he forgot that he flicked the on-off switch. Had to help him put it back together. So you just never know what you're going to run into out there. So we'll jump right in. Number one is water, like self-explanatory. I like to carry at least 1.5 liters with me. Sometimes I'll carry, 3, so 2 of these bottles. What I do every morning, regardless of what I'm doing, is I drink one of these and prehydrate for the day. It's great for hiking, physical activity. Prehydration really helps your body. Water is self-explanatory. You need it to survive. You need it to live. A loupe. Hey, I'm a prospector. I love to detect. I love to dry wash. I love to pan, crevice, dredge, whatever. Love having a loupe. I love taking the loupe. This particular loupe has a little light on it and stuff. It has two different, there's a 40 and a 60 power magnification. But I love taking a look when I find a nugget. Whether it's a little tiny nugget or something of decent size, I like looking at the host rock, looking at species in a tailings pile. Just try to determine what's there. You can look at some host rock, some mineralized rock. A loupe will often tell you if there's any gold there or what minerals may be there. So definitely always have a loupe. Paracord. I got a big bunch of paracord here because I just did a lot of long hikes up in Colorado. So this is a big bunch of paracord. It's just braided how you braid electrical extension cords, if you're familiar with how you braid them for construction. The braid method. I'm not going to try to explain it. There's a million videos out there. But anyway, maybe I'll put a link to one in the description. But I keep it braided, super easy. There's probably 30 feet of paracord here. Milspec. This is Milspec. These little latch things, I don't need to know what they're called. It doesn't matter. But they're always on your backpack. They snap together. I picked up a number of these on Amazon pretty cheaply a few years ago. You can use them for anything. It could be a tourniquet. You can carry firewood in them. Most recently, we were like 5 miles away from camp in Colorado, hiking to a mine. My daughter's belt broke, and she needed her belt. So I handed her this. She used this. She had a belt. Easy breezy. Colorful bandana. Love colorful bandana. Emergency situations, I guess you could wave it. If it's dusty out, you're riding quads or side-by-sides, do the old bandit thing. You can put rock samples in here. You can do all kinds of stuff with a bandana. Bandana is just for, probably hundreds of years, it's been a useful tool. This is my DeLorme InReach Explorer. You can tell my case is pretty used. I had to put some red duct tape on it. I've hiked all over the U.S. with this thing. It's absolutely great. What does this do? This allows me to send a text message anywhere in the world with 0 cell service, 0 internet service. The recipient of my message, I can text anybody, will receive a Google map with a longitude and latitude where my location is. That can be anywhere. Hey, help, I need help. I'm broken down, whatever it might be. I use this not only for myself, but for my family's peace of mind and you can help other people. You might find someone who's, you know, broken down off-road. Hey, my wife's freaking out. I'm going to be late. Hey, go ahead and send her a text message with my GPS. Whatever it might be, these are great. It has an SOS feature. These cost between $300 and $400. I believe mine's pretty old. I think I paid $325 for it. It has a subscription service for as little as $20 a month. You can have some peace of mind. Your family can have some peace of mind, and maybe you'll help someone else out. A good pair of gloves. I'm well on my way to destroying this pair. Good pair of leather gloves. Love these things. They have self-explanatory, you know, save your hands, even though your hands are going to get beat up. But gloves can do so many wonders. I love gloves. Duct tape, another self-explanatory thing. My wife put a cool note on here. But duct tape comes in handy for anything. Call it crazy. It's always in my backpack. Some kind of rain gear. Even if it's sunny out, I always have some kind of rain gear, even one of those thin little plastic ponchos. I just happen to have my frog tog because I'm just back from a super rainy time in Colorado. So these frog togs are helpful. If it's very cold out, if you're hiking for multiple days, having an extra layer on you will keep you warm at night if you can't get back. And if with the rain poncho, you could take it with a paracord and string it up, kind of make a tent for the rain. There's all kinds of stuff you could do with these things. But I always have like some kind of rain gear or even a tiny little poncho. A headlight. This particular headlight is for, you know, not only just general use, but it's for hunting. It has a red and a green light. I think it's 400 lumens. I don't know what it is. But I use it for hunting. I use it for prospecting. For hunting, the green and red light are great. You can go look up why that is yourself. For prospecting, sometimes we go out early in the morning, in the middle of the night. If we're in a good spot, if we're finding nuggets, we may leave early in the morning and not come back till way after dark. We'll keep hunting in the dark. And these things are invaluable for it. The red and green light are also super helpful. If you're eating at night around a campfire, if you're using that white LED light, you're going to have bugs all over the place. Use the red and green light, bug problem solved. Good old Leatherman tool. So this is the Leatherman rebar. If I get it out of here. Kind of being sticky on me. So there we go, Leatherman rebar. Probably got stuck on the sharpener I keep in here. These things are great. Get the model that works for you or some kind of multi-tool thing. Cool story with these is a few years back I got drawn for elk. I shot a great big elk. My family and I field dressed that elk with Leatherman tools. We completely field dressed it, and it wasn't bad at all. We were able to, every time the knife got dull, clean it up, sharpen it, keep going. We got several hundred pounds of meat from that harvest. So Leatherman tools can do all kinds of things. Again, I like the rebar model. Find one that works for you. And this is my secondary little box here. And here I have a marker. And markers can be used for anything, like leaving a message on a piece of paper, on a windshield, on a rock. You can write on anything with these markers. Like someone gets snake bit, you could circle exactly where they got bit or by a scorpion or whatever. These things are good to have. They're lightweight. A whistle, something you hope you never have to use, but just in case, there's a whistle. Pair of fingernail clippers. These are just great to have for picking out thorns or whatever. You know, maybe you snag your nail and it's, you know, bleeding and it hurts or whatever it might be. Or even cleaning out crevices if you lose your screwdriver. Things work great. Of course, I have a couple of lighters in here. One of the best things I have in here is a rod of magnesium for shaving for fire starting. And I have a fire steel from firestill.com with a striker. I'm not going to do it here indoors, obviously, but we always start our campfires with a fire starter. And I'll tell you, if you have a fire starter and you've never used it and you really have to use it, you're going to have like a super steep learning curve, and you probably won't be able to make a fire with one. So what I recommend is that you actually, if you have one, no matter what model or brand or type it is, practice with it. Learn how to use the darn thing. I highly recommend firestill.com. I think this is the Armageddon fire steel rod, but great company, great guy. This is a quality product. Comes with a great piece of paracord. It's probably Milspec, but this is great stuff. Firestill.com. I'll add a link in the description below. The magnesium rod's great to have too. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, short and sweet, sharing some of my essential gear. I mean, obviously I bring my screwdriver and my scoop when I'm detecting and all that good stuff. But I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, hit the like, subscribe, and share it with everyone you know. Thanks, kids.